I came to the marriage with most of the debt. That feels absolutely terrible.
You in particular deserve a smack, sir.
The debt definitely stresses us out. Huge.
Zip, zero, zilch. Total savings? Nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
My name is Michelle, and I'm an interior designer. I make approximately about $40,000 a year, but right now I'm on maternity leave.
My name is Steven. I'm a kitchen and bath designer, and I make approximately $60,000 a year.
We have 2 children. Our oldest is Naomi. She's 4 years old. She's my stepdaughter. And our youngest is Reese, and he is 11 months old.
We had a great wedding. It was a medieval wedding, something Michelle and myself actually have always wanted. Michelle does like to spend.
I spend lots of money. I personally spend my money on baby stuff. It's only $8. $18. Well, it comes with a lot, though.
I love to barbecue. Different types of meats. 2 strip loin steaks, please. Certain quality of food. Can I get some filet mignon? A nice bottle of scotch or a wine, things like that.
We definitely love to renovate.
I probably spent about $7,000 on the kitchen, $4,000 to $5,000 on the bathroom, $600 on carpet, $600 on paint. I piled the front entrance, so that was a couple $100 for tiles and materials.
I just didn't know how much debt Stephen had until we did get married. It was a huge surprise.
I got most of my debt from my former marriage, from my divorce.
I didn't realize you hadn't paid anything on this one.
With the wedding and everything, it just really slipped through the cracks.
Yeah, well, you should have told me, though.
I'm a bit more stick my head in the sand, kind of hopefully it goes away. Never does.
Definitely managing my finances is something new.
I have gotten some collection calls.
I'm really bad for late payments.
I had way too much overdraft.
The debt definitely stresses us out. Huge, huge. Especially Stephen, I think it takes a real toll on him.
I do get testy when we talk about it.
Yeah, but I get paid in a couple days, so it'll just cover it then.
I want to make this change now for the sake of our children. If anything happens to me and Stephen, that our children have something, it's scary.
There is a great possibility that I could lose my house and that the situation would drive a wedge in between Michelle and I, which I do not want to happen.
This month, I'll help this couple move from red to black. I've been solving money problems for over 20 years, tackling everything from high finance to low income. I help people understand money and debt, which is still a huge mystery for most folks. And it's the #1 reason couples split up. So now I'm making house calls. Michelle and Stephen were so busy planning their fairy tale wedding, they forgot to talk about money. Now the honeymoon's over, and it turns out this knight in shining armor has a huge load of debt. So I'm here to rescue them from the debt dragon.
Hello.
Hi, Gail Voss-Artslade.
Stephen, how you
nice
doing?
to meet you, Stephen.
Michelle.
I can't wait to see the kitchen.
Oh, thank you.
So how much did you spend to renovate this kitchen?
About $7,000. I did all the work, so it's just materials.
And I love your backsplash. And you have a fridge full of food.
Yes.
Because you eat at home.
We try.
Nice room, but they're not spending a lot of money in this house. So where's the debt coming from?
The debt is former debt, divorce, court files.
So this is all the ghost of spending past.
Yes.
Why am I here?
Because we have too much debt.
Come on, tell the truth. You have too much
Oh,
debt.
you're gonna be mean. Yes. Okay. I have too much debt. She was pretty blunt, which is good, but it was very much directed towards me, which is probably why I'm feeling not the best right now.
Did you have any financial conversations before you got married?
Well, he didn't tell me the amount of debt. I didn't know exactly how much it was until
And why
we got
didn't
married.
you ask? You look much better on paper.
Good.
Much better on paper. However, I would like to point out that one of the reasons you look so good is because your parents have been bailing you out big time. When do you get to be independent?
I would say about 10 years ago should have happened.
Should have.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
So there's no planning going on here. On-plan debt management, on-plan spending. It's all about on-planning.
Yeah, actually, now you say that is exactly it. There's no plan.
Not only do I see a lack of planning, I see you guys operating without any kind of safety net at all. And one slip, splat. It would not be a pretty picture. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the numbers, because the numbers don't lie.
Okay.
There's your debt. $50,000 worth of debt that he didn't tell you about. How does it feel to be $50,000 poorer than you were 3 months ago?
Awful.
You see this debt up here, $6,700 at 19.9%? Mm-hmm. Tell me what payment you're making.
It says 77.
That's what you gave me. Tell me what your interest cost is.
$112.
Can you see the problem?
Yeah.
Of your $800 a month that you're spending on debt repayment, $400 of it is going to fees and interest.
Wow.
This is what you are spending on average every single month. $300 a month shopping online. Really? $350 on clothes and discount department stores. That's you, isn't it?
That's kid stuff.
$1,800 every month on stuff. And then you add in the other $1,700 a month in cash. And we have no idea where that's going. And we end up with a whopping $3,500 every month.
Wow. I think we really deserve that smack now.
You in particular deserve a smack, sir, and I will tell you why. See this cash here? Mm-hmm. This isn't all your money. Sometimes you take cash advances on your credit cards.
Do you really? I had no idea. He never told me that. I was upset at him. I wish he told me. And I know he's just ashamed of having all this debt.
You have been overspending to the tune of $3,800 a month.
Oh, that's bad.
That is terrible.
I didn't know it was that high.
I had no idea it was that high. How could you overspend $3,800? I mean, that's my first thought, for sure. Yeah, like how is it even possible?
Keep it up and in 5 years, guess what your debt will be? $525,000. You want to go $500,000 into debt?
No.
Are you so committed to your children that you are prepared to give up what you want in the short term so that they can have what they need in the long term?
100%.
Mm-hmm. So does that mean you will do anything I say over the next few weeks?
Yes.
Over the next few weeks, I'm going to give you a series of challenges to do. You do the challenges to my satisfaction. I'll give you up to $5,000 to help you pay down the debt. You don't do the challenges, you don't get the money. You don't show me the right attitude, you don't get the money.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Over the next few weeks, we're going to balance your books. We're going to get your priorities in order. Mm-hmm. And we're going to get you working together to make this work.
Okay.
I want your debit cards and your credit cards. Scram, beat it.
I was nervous about opening up. I wasn't sure if I was actually going to do it.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Michelle thought Stephen was her Prince Charming, but it turns out he's a frog with a lot of debt.
It's definitely a surprise to find out that Stephen was in so much debt. It was a huge surprise.
Since Michelle can spend like a princess,
That's kid stuff.
justify, justify, justify. Ah! To turn this around, they both need to follow my rules. For the next month, this couple will learn to live on a strict cash budget. No more credit cards. They'll complete weekly challenges to tackle their money and relationship issues. And if they're willing to change, I'll reward them with thousands of dollars. No changes, no money. Give me those cards. They're gone. And now that you're not going to have credit anymore, you're going to have to learn to live on cash. So I'm going to cut your budget by 72%.
Okay.
That's a big number.
Instead of having $4,340 a month at your disposal, you'll now have $1,220. You have to live within your means.
Okay.
Okay.
Which means that you will have $150 a week for food
Okay.
and personal care, $75 a week for transportation a week, $25 a week for entertainment, $12.50 for clothing and gifts, which works out to how much a month?
Nothing.
It's $50 a month, which is not the $1,800 you were spending on stuff, okay? And $42.50 for other. And this is medical and your banking costs and everything that doesn't fall into those categories.
Okay.
Which brings us to your first challenge, which is a life lesson challenge. And this challenge has two parts. The first problem you guys have is that you're not on the same page with the money. You have no plan. And so now you're going to have to operate with a plan. So this week you're going to get an office in a box, which will have you consolidate and organize all your finances together. There are instructions.
We are confused about when money's coming in and out and when and how much, and just don't ever seem to know how much money's actually in our accounts.
Here comes part 2. You have to throw a party for your family. You can't spend more than $30.
$30.
Dinner for the two of us doesn't usually cost $30.
It'll be how to entertain like a pauper, but cook like a prince.
The finances probably are causing tensions a little bit, but I think it's just more trying to find all the information because we are so disorganized and trying to get the office in a box done.
We just have paperwork everywhere, spread all over our house. The biggest thing we gotta do now is start to organize that basket. As soon as you start organizing and going through it, it was really good. That's how disorganized we are. I definitely took the lead on the organization. Car loan.
Did you put a section in there for pay slips?
Yes.
You did, wow, cool. She's really taken over on the office in a box, which is great.
With their paperwork under control, Michelle and Stephen take their financial know-how and try to throw one of their famous dinner parties for under $30.
We tend to have these big parties with our family and friends and spend lots of money on nice meat and nice wine.
Bought a sirloin tip roast and I cut it up and marinate it in a Southwest sauce, which we're gonna serve into the stir fry. And it's Michelle's birthday, so we made cupcakes, and all of that came to about $26, $27. I wasn't sure if I was actually gonna do it, and I did it.
Hello.
Well, thanks for coming. She asked us to have this dinner. It's teaching us how to spend more within our means. They were actually asking us about the advice we were getting so they can use it in their own lives as well.
So everything you see costs $30.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
Oh, Stephen, you really outdid yourself. It's an awesome dinner.
Yeah.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time.
Yeah.
Did you get some support from your family?
Big time.
Yeah.
And you just love taking over the office in a box?
Yeah, it was good. It's good to be organized.
It is good to
Makes
be
a big
organized.
difference.
Yeah. So are you ready for this week's challenge?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, this is your life lesson challenge.
Okay.
Okay.
You people are operating without any kind of safety net at all. So this week's challenge is all about setting up the safety net. And that means you have to figure out what you need by way of an emergency fund, long-term savings for retirement, savings for the kids, for their futures, disability insurance, life insurance, and future court costs.
We can do
Sounds
that.
But that's only part of it.
There's always a part 2.
You people don't feel at risk, which is why you haven't taken care of this problem. So now you're going to be swinging from a trapeze so that you can feel risk and know just how important that safety net really is. You will be going to circus school.
Sweet. Oh, that's gonna be funny.
You better catch her.
Especially someone who's scared of heights.
Coming up.
Arms up! Not straight at all.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Michelle and Stephen live like kings.
That's probably our biggest problem. To just spend money when we know we really don't have it. And you spend it anyway.
But with $50,000 of debt, they've put their young family at huge risk. How much do you have set aside in an emergency fund? Educational savings for the kids?
Zero.
Zip, zero, zilch. Total savings? Nothing. I've challenged them to build a financial safety net.
Mortgage, disability insurance.
If they succeed at my challenges, I'll give them up to $5,000 to pay down their debt. To make sure they get the lesson, they're going to rely on a real safety net at circus school.
That was awesome.
I heard you need to learn about safety.
The trapeze. I don't know about that. I'm sure we're tied up and stuff, right? Okay, I want one of those safety harnesses.
Yeah, I don't have these safety ropes. Do you know what can happen?
Meatball.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Good job.
Nice.
Come on. Let go. Now, can you see what happens if you don't have safety?
Oh my God. I am so not ready to do the next one.
Always you have safety belt.
I'm upside down.
When I actually had to climb up the ladder, that was, oh my goodness. My heart pounded.
Okay, go.
Without a safety net today, we definitely could have been hurt very easily. So it's definitely important.
It got me thinking about, I need to get this safety net for myself, for Michelle, and for the kids.
Keep going.
I need to be a better father and a better husband and look after my family so we don't fall and crash and burn.
Actually, I was surprised. I didn't think I was going to be good at it, so it was really cool.
Ta-da!
Surprise!
Hey.
Wondering why we're here? You two started your life in a medieval fantasy,
Yes.
right? But you know what? Chivalry is more than just dress up.
Oh, you look great.
Thanks. Tell me how your week went. Did you swing from the stars? You were scared, weren't you?
Stiff.
Stiff, yeah.
Very stiff.
So what did you find when you did your research about your safety net?
We got a lot of information about disability, critical illness, life insurance, RSPs, RESPs, all that
Good.
kind of stuff. And everything, if we're totally covered, even on the emergency fund,
Yeah.
it's possible.
course
we
it's
actually can
possible,
do
yeah.
it.
And now we come to why I'm dressed like this and we're standing in this beautiful place.
Yes, we're quite excited.
This one is your hardest challenge yet.
Hey, circus school is really hard for me.
Yeah. But this one involves telling the truth. This is your relationship rescue challenge. You have been holding very close to the chest the difficulties that you have been in. You guys were married in a medieval theme.
Yeah.
You are going to throw a medieval theme party where you're all going to get dressed up. You have to invite all your friends and family. Okay. And what you're going to do is you're going to build a castle that you use as a metaphor for sound financial management. So you are teaching them what you have learned about money.
Okay.
And that includes telling everyone about your numbers, your debt, and your spending habits.
That Stephen will not like at all. He will not want to share that. We didn't know we had to share numbers.
Coming up, can Stephen and Michelle slay the debt dragon?
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Michelle and Stephen were living in a financial fantasy.
It's a little hard for me to talk about money. I'm a bit more stick my head in the sand. Hopefully it goes away. Never does.
I've challenged them to make their bad habits ancient history. If they complete my final challenge and come clean about their finances, I'll give them up to $5,000 to pay down their debt.
Well, welcome everybody. Today we have been asked to show you true chivalry. Stephen and myself want to be honest about our financial difficulties and to show everyone here how we are building our financial castle. You need to know everything about your bill payments so that you never run into late payments again, which was a huge part of our problem.
That'd be me.
So the first wall represents life insurance. The front wall here and the drawbridge would represent the truth. You need to be truthful to each other and know the things necessary to make your financial castle run. Once we got the castle going, it was actually really easy to tie it into the metaphor because we've learned a lot. Like Gail's very straightforward and she's taught us a lot, and they're all basic principles. There is one other thing protecting us, and that is our army. Our armory is our emergency fund. This will help protect us against the evil barbarian horde known as debt. We have managed to rack up about $45,000 in debt.
We were living about $3,000 a month above our means. So we've learned to live within our means by using all these structures. And that is our castle.
Yes.
Before, I was reluctant to even tell people what was going on. Since learning all the stuff that Gail has taught us and shown us, it's been a lot easier to just be a little bit more open.
Because Stephen and Michelle did so well with their final challenge, I've decided to let them indulge their fantasy one last time.
My lord, my lady, the hero's journey is a difficult one. But you, Stephen, and you, Michelle, have shown remarkable courage in your ability to tell the truth, to provide for those who depend on you. And so, I dub you, Stephen, a knight of the realm. And I dub you, Michelle, a lady of the realm.
Getting knighted in our wedding clothes was very romantic. It's done pretty good. It's actually brought us closer together.
Oh, it was just amazing, amazing.
So you guys build some castle, I'll tell you.
Thank you. We had a lot of fun.
What's the big lesson you learned this month?
Probably just to get things done. Build the castle,
Yeah.
work off the jars.
We'll get you working as a team, telling each other the truth about what's going on I know every bill. He knows every bill. We know all the money coming in and out of all of our accounts.
Yep.
It's wonderful.
So when I got here, you guys were overspending $3,800 a month.
Yes.
And headed to $525,000 in debt.
Yeah, big numbers.
In your new budget, I have $2,000 set aside for your debt repayment. And if you follow the plan, you will have all your consumer debt, except for the cars, paid off in 18 months.
It's better than we thought, actually.
Yeah.
We have $300 set aside for emergencies and $200 set aside for long-term savings. Once the debt is paid off in 18 months, if you add another $500 to your long-term savings, in 35 years, you'll have $1.6 million.
Oh my gosh. Really?
That's not bad, eh?
Yeah, I feel rich.
So, how do you think you did?
I think we did pretty good. We enjoyed ourselves.
But you get this.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's awesome. Now we're actually working together to make sure that our household is going to grow well for us and for our kids.
I have something else for you.
Oh.
A little gift certificate for the butcher shop.
Oh, thank
so
you.
So you can go and buy
you.
yourself some nice meat, have a party on me.
Awesome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's awesome.
I think there is a bright future for us and our kids. I feel closer to my husband. You know, it's awesome. It's a great feeling.
Money, 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 money,